Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk But No Politics, okay? This is a bonus episode, and I'm your host, Andrew Lenz. As always, bonus episodes are on the Helium Radio Network every Friday at 7 p.m. Go check it out. My regular show comes out every Sunday on the BICBP Radio Network, so check that out as well. I've been doing ranking and tiering, and then I started thinking about what else can I do? TV, I've done TV, done Star Wars movies, Pixar movies, I've done all that. And then I watch a YouTube channel called Wrestling with Regret. And I thought, I'm not that big into wrestling anymore, but it was a part of my childhood. That 1980s, early 90s WWF wrestling was amazing to me. That was around the time where I grew up. So to have that is absolutely awesome. So I wanted to do a tiering, ranking, whatever you want to call it, list today of Golden Age wrestlers. So as you can see, it's a different setup. It's not the letter setup. It's the best. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right. Just about bearable. And get into the bin. So without further ado, let's get started. All right. First one we got up is a manager, Brother Love. How I felt about him today, how I feel about him as a child has not changed. Just get in the bin. Get out. Go. Bye. See you. Brother Love, you are a bottom tier guy. Uh, Here's a guy that next one I'm gonna be doing is Akeem the African Dream, which was uh geez. How do I put this? A ploy, not a ploy, a parody of Dusty Rhodes' American Dream gimmick. And as a kid, I would have just put him in Just Bearable. But now, knowing what I know now and everything else and a mix in there, he might have even been able into all right as a child. But now, Akeem, the American Dream, should have stayed the one man gang. And you are get into the bin. The next wrestler, without further ado, excuse me, what can I say? He is the eighth wonder of the world. He is Andre Giant. To this day, I still feel he is cemented into pop culture history, cemented into the history of wrestling and everything else. Andre the Giant, you're the best. Andre the Giant is just magical. I've done 2 episodes on for the main one. Wrestlers who are still kind of larger than life, and also tag teams. But Andre the Giant always gets in there. He just always circumvents right into every conversation. Andre the Giant, you're the best. All right, next one is Bam Bam Bigelow. If I'm just going by golden age, not his other stuff and other promotions and like ECW and WCW. I'm just gonna go. He was, he was all right. He was there. He was there. That's the best I could say. Nothing. I mean, the moonsault that was pretty cool, but nothing. He didn't catch my eye until later on, so that's why he is there. Um, let's see. Next one we got. I'm gonna do another manager. I'm gonna do Bobby the Brain Heaton. And it's fitting that he goes against Andre the Giant because Andre the Giant was a member of the Heenan family. Uh, I can say as an adult, this guy knew his job and was good at it. He's just everything that he did. got underneath your skin as a kid. You knew you had to hate him, and he made you want to hate him. And now I know what I know about wrestling and the wrestling business. I realize he he did it, and he did it to perfection. I don't think there will. I don't think they're good. There's not too many guys that can do that, and he wasn't even a wrestler, but he brought in what they call the heat, the anger, everything with him, and that's why I got to put Bobby the Brain Heenan as the best. Let's go with the tag team. Mentioned them in the tag team 80s and 90s tag team episode, and it's a Demolition. In my mind, Demolition was the best. Didn't watch a lot of WCW, NWA, so I wasn't really too familiar with the Road Warriors / Legion of Doom until they came into the WWF. But Demolition was awesome. Axe, smash, going out there, winning tag team titles, destroying people. They were the best. I think they're my one or two favorite tag teams. They're definitely top 5 favorite tag teams of the 1980s and into the early 90s. All right. Sorry for the pause there. Just kind of looking down at the list, see what I can bring up. Mean Gene. Mean Gene's the best. Probably the best interviewer ever. Don't think there'll be another one like him at all. You knew Mean Gene. Hulk Hogan with let me tell you something there, Mean Gene. And he would tell Mean Gene. And he told Mean Gene. Mean Gene, the classic SummerSlam when the poster fell and he swears. Great as well. Mean Gene is up there with the best. When you think of golden age of wrestling, especially WWF, Mean Gene, Bobby the Brain, Andre the Giant. I don't know if a lot of people think of Demolition, but those are guys that I think of, and that's where I'm kind of going with this one. Let's see who else we got. Big John Studd. He all right. He's a Big John Studd. He's no Andre the Giant. One giant. So that's where he lies. Jake the Snake. Definitely the best. Some of the best promos, best talker, in ring, DDT, Damien coming at you. He's definitely the best. He definitely deserves to be in the best list right there. Okay. Haku, he all right. He ain't nothing spectacular. I don't want to say that. I've seen this guy when he gets angry. So he could, but he's all right. He was a name. He was one king of the ring, but nothing memorable other than his tag team with Andre the Giant. Other than that, it is what it is. The Honky Tonk Man. I'm gonna put him in lovely. I think he's a step below the best, even though it's something that I think of when I think of Golden Age Wrestling. But I remember more of the gimmick than the actual wrestling matches, and that was kind of I think that was the going for WWF back then is we're gonna give you as many gimmicks as possible and go from there, and you can pick out your favorite kind of cartoony wrestler there is. And there's a bunch on this list. So, like always, when there's a bunch, I'm going to try and get through as many as possible. But Honky Tonk Man equals lovely. George the Animal Steel. He's either lovely or the best. But, oh my goodness, So where do I want to put George the animal? I'm gonna put him as the best because he's, I'm gonna put him in lovely, lovely, lovely. He's very memorable for the green tongue, eating the turnbuckles, his rivalry with the Macho Man Randy Savage, big there. You know, him loving Miss Elizabeth. So that is something where I'm gonna put him in there. That's about it. Here's one. The Birdman, Coco Beware. He alright. He alright. He alright. I don't think I'm gonna probably have too many in just bearable, but that's where he goes. He's alright. He's nothing spectacular, but he is what he is. Here's one right here. I loved the Red Rooster as a child. I thought the Red Rooster was amazing. I don't know why, but now that I look at it, uh, going in between, like I kind of always do, childhood and today, I think he's just about bearable. So I did have one. I don't think I could go back and watch a Red Rooster match. I don't think I want to go back and look up on YouTube or anything else about the Red Rooster. If Red Rooster falls into somewhere, then I'll check it out. But if not, no, not not gonna do it. To do the Dana Carvey Saturday Night Live going on there. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ho! He is lovely, lovely, lovely. I don't think he's anything more than that. I don't think he's the best. I believe, yeah, first winner of the Royal Rumble before they actually had, where you won the Royal Rumble and you went on to WrestleMania to face him. That was, I think that's where he properly goes. And lovely, lovely, lovely. Not the best, but lovely, lovely, lovely. Just checking for time. Where do we got going on here? All right. King Kong Bundy. He all right. He wasn't. He was cool. He had his moments in the sun, but other than that, it wasn't anything. I don't think spectacular. I mean, WrestleMania 2 was kind of his high point. Hulk Hogan defeated him in the cage, and that's pretty much about it. That's King Kong Bundy is not like boom to me, so he all right. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, because everybody has a price. He is the absolute best. Hated him as a kid, love him now as an adult. Now that I understand more about things, and I gotta say he's awesome. Great gimmick, great the way that he played it off. It had me believe. I mean, I was a little kid, but it had me believing that he was this big millionaire and spent money and did all this outlandish stuff as well. So I gotta put him as the best. He's just awesome. He's iconic. Should have won the title. He had that little thing where Andre won the title, sold him the title, and then there was the tournament for WrestleMania 4. But he could have done a lot more. Marty Jannetty. I'm going to rename this, temporary rename it for Marty Jannetty. Super kick you through the barbershop window. Shawn Michaels carried the Rockers. Shawn Michaels carried the Rockers. And that is what comes it down to. Is Shawn Michaels carried the Rockers. Speaking of the Rockers, boom, the best. Oh my goodness, high flying action all over the place. Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels. I'm going to hype Marty Jannetty now because they were talking about the Rockers. But that was what they were. They were fun. They were exciting. land of big guys. These little guys were jumping all over the place, taking down people, destroying, destroying people with their missile drop kicks and crossbodies off the top ropes. I mean, things have definitely evolved if you're still a wrestling fan over what's going on now, but the Rockers, they were exciting. They were very, very exciting. Oh, Brooklyn Brawler, you know where you're going. Get in the bin, you jobber. The jobber. All right. Hulk Hogan, the immortal one, the best. When you think of 80s wrestling, uh, you think of Hulk Hogan, and I think you still think of Ric Flair at this point. There you go. Boom. I don't know what else more you can say about Hulk Hogan than that. Hulk Hogan was probably the biggest athlete in the 80s at this for a time in the 80s. He was probably the biggest, well known. Probably bigger than Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, bigger than Michael. I would say even bigger than Michael Jordan later, even maybe even to a little bit into the early 90s. He was huge. Mr. Perfect, the best. Another guy, hated as a kid, watched him now, learn about the business, and he's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Awesome gimmick. Turns out that Terry Taylor, who did Red Rooster, turned down the Mr. Perfect gimmick. Sometimes we make mistakes. And another one that's the best is, ooh, how could I do this list without mentioning? I'm not doing a horrible Macho Man impression, but the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Awesome. Amazing. Great. Definitely in there being the best. What else we got? Heart Foundation. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Jim the Anvil mostly talked. Brett was a great wrestler. Nothing too special, but I know what would come of that team. So right there, the Heart Foundation. The Brainbusters. Lovely, lovely, lovely. As a kid, I would have put them in all right, or probably just bearable, or get in the bin. But as you grow as a wrestling fan, combining what you knew as a kid and what you know now, I got to put them in lovely, lovely, lovely. Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, great. Absolutely great out there. Working matches. The ravishing one, Rick Rude. I still kind of got a grudge against him. I don't know why, but I'm gonna put him in. I'm gonna put him in I. He got underneath my skin, and he still kind of does get underneath my skin. Oops, sorry about that. I know what it is. I just can't put my finger on it. But it's just, oh my goodness. He's alright. Miss Elizabeth, the best. If you watch wrestling, this is probably the first childhood crush that you had, and everything else. The Ultimate Warrior, I'm gonna go basically based on what I knew as a kid, and this was probably my favorite wrestler, if not like one of those with between him and Hulk Hogan, 1A and 1B. But Ultimate Warrior, I'm gonna put you in the best. Definitely put you in the best there. Running low. Iron Sheik. I know he's got a pretty big presence, but you're all right. You're all right. You're not. I know Hulk Hogan, you started Hulkamania and everything else, but Iron Sheik, I just feel like, all right. That's all that is. Captain Lou, the greatest actor to play Super Mario Brothers. You can go into lovely, lovely, lovely. That's where you can go, my friend. Right there. Hot Rod. Roddy Piper. The best. Come on. Grade A heel. Just everything about him. Oh, I loved Roddy. Loved him. Oh, great talker. I think a lot of wrestling I'd enjoy is the talking. And if you can talk and just put on a good show in a way with your talking, it's absolutely amazing. Brutus the Barber Beefcake, just bearable. Just bearable. I'm not going to say too much else other than just bearable. Uh, Big Boss Man. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Awesome there. Love the Big Boss Man. Heel, face, whatever it was, Big Boss Man was awesome. Virgil? Lonely Virgil. If you've ever seen those memes of Lonely Virgil, just get in the bin, Virgil. Just, just please get in the bin. Greg the Hammer Valentine. I'm gonna put him in Lovely Lovely because it's a name. It was fun to watch him. He had that short little tag team. What was it? Rhythm and Blues with the Honky Tonk Man, and that was kind of fun. But other than that, he's lovely, lovely, lovely. Looking back at his other stuff, he still fits into that mold. The Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Uh, I'm gonna put him. I'm not gonna. I got to put him in lovely, lovely, lovely because I don't think he's in the same tier. He's in a tier below of Bobby the Brain and Miss Elizabeth. And I think that's where a lot of managers are going to fall because Bobby the Brain just did it so well. Jimmy Hart did a great job. He's the mouth of the South. He got underneath your nerves. At one point, I actually thought he was related to the Harts as a kid, kayfabe. But is he is he ranked? Do I feel like he's in the same tier of Bobby the Brain Heenan? No, absolutely not. Mr. Fuji goes in lovely, lovely, lovely as well because he's not in that same tier as Bobby the Brain. They're in that step below that just not quite there, not ready for prime time. I want to say not ready for prime time, but not in that same level of what it was. Slick, you're all right. You're all right. You're nothing great, nothing bearable, or nothing horrible. You are just all right. All right. Just checking on the time there. And Scary Sherry or Sherry Martell. I'm going to put her in lovely, lovely, lovely. Going back, looking on things with her, I would have put her in all right or just bearable if I was just a kid. But going back, looking on things as an adult, once again, I keep on repeating, but you got to go back and look at things as an adult that you looked at as a kid once you know more. And I really, I really think that's where she belongs. Is lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm running low here. British Bulldogs, they get the all right. Maybe because I went start watching wrestling more towards the end of the whole British Bulldogs thing. I just remember Matilda coming out, and that was a big thing. So that's where it goes. The Killer Bees, and the only reason why I'm doing this because I want to see if I can say their name. We got B. Brian Blair and Jumpin' Jim Bronzel. Just bearable. Cool names. Kind of cool idea because Killer Bees were pretty scary back then. The idea of them, I remember watching like a TV miniseries on Killer Bees. It was like a movie, you know, if they came to America or something like that. Or it was one of those things. So it was. It, so that's where I'll get into just about bearable. Let's see. Oh, I forgot about the Bushwhackers. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Great gimmick. Mess around in the ring. We mentioned in the 80s and 90 tag team that I did with my friend Phil DeMonte. Um, You know, how today you could not do what they did where they would lick a fan and do all this crazy stuff with the fans. Or with the armpits and stuff. I don't think you could do that today, especially not in the period of COVID or anything like that. So I think I pretty much nailed the ones that I really wanted to get down. There's a lot more in here. Go to Tiermaker, check it out yourself. It's a great website. But here's the rundown of the the tiering rankings of Golden Age WWF wrestlers. In the best, we have Andre the Giant, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Demolition, Mean Gene Oakland, Jake the Snake Roberts, The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, the Rockers, Hulk Hogan, Mr. Perfect, Macho Man Randy Savage, Miss Elizabeth, The Ultimate Warrior, and the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper. In the next tier, these are the ones below. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We have the Honky Tonk Man, George the Animal Steel, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the Hart Foundation, the Brainbusters, Captain Lou Albano, the Big Boss Man, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Jimmy Hart, Mr. Fuji, Sherry Martel, Scary Sherry, and the Bushwhackers. In the all right, middle of the road category, the mid card, Bam Bam Bigelow, Big John Studd, Haku, Coco Beware, King Kong Bundy, the Ravishing One Rick Rude, Iron Sheik, Slick, and the British Bulldogs. Just about bearable. We have the Red Rooster, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, and the Killer Bees. And get in the bin, the bottom of the barrel, Brother Love, Akeem the American Dream, Marty Jannetty, and what do we got? Oh, Brooklyn Brawler, and Virgil. Yes, Virgil definitely needs to be there. So once again, I'm Andrew Lenz. Please go check out my other episodes on the BICBP Radio Network, also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Once again, you can catch me here every Friday, 7 p.m. on the Helium Radio Network. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Go check it all out. It's really great. And thank you for listening or watching if you're watching this on YouTube. And with that being said, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.